Welcome back to a season of the Bears franchise. We are back here with episode 1 of the new season. I enjoy doing this because this is very, very entertaining. We are coming off that Super Bowl victory. Just to preview a couple things from last season. Let's preview this real quick. What we should do. We're going to go to the league history. Let's look at who won what award last year. Who annihilated. I put league history, not league schedule. League history. We beat the Patriots 52-14. Devin Lloyd, left outside linebacker, won the Super Bowl MVP. I don't know how, but should have really checked that. Patrick Mahomes won MVP again. Didn't he win the MVP before? No, it was Christian McCaffrey, Patty Holmes, and Rodgers. Patty Holmes is probably the most interesting. But anyway, Defensive Player of the Year was Roquan Smith. Everybody knows Roquan Smith has been on the team for several years. And just he's out for this for week one because he's dealing with an injury that he's sustained in practice this week. He's out just for this week with a hip pointer injury. I don't remember who will be at his position today because I don't really care. Because as long as they get the job done, we good. We get to party all day long. As long as they get the job done, that's all that matters to me. But let's look at the injuries. This week. It's just Roquan Smith out this week. Let's see who out for the Chiefs. Is anybody out for the Chiefs? Nobody out for the Chiefs. There's strong safeties out this week with a PCL sprain. If I'm not mistaken, that's something in your knee. Part of me wished they had Patty out because if Patty was out, then we would be more worried about dealing with their backup quarterback. But since Patty not out, we got to deal with him. Let's see. This dude's 3 years in the league. I think he spent all 3 years with KC. Yeah, all 3 years with KC. He ain't really. It doesn't look like he even did much with the team. Last year was his most productive year. Other than that, he didn't do much. 1 year left. Dropped it. Not expecting much out of this dude. Let's see how old Patty Holmes is. I want to know how old Patty is. I think Patty like 30 something. Yeah, he's 30. Patty 8 years in the league. I believe Patty gonna have a very successful year. I believe very successful career. Interceptions lacking though. 3 years left on his deal. 7-time Pro Bowler. 2-time league leader in passing rating. 1, 2, 3, 4 time MVP. I think Patty Holmes will be probably an interesting thing for the team because Patty Holmes is the most decorated superstar. And I believe picking up would be a smart thing. Then we got Cam. Cam still did play with us. I released him for a reason. We didn't really need him. Yeah, we didn't really need him. I drafted him first round, 6th overall pick in 2023. Smart decisions, dumb decisions sometimes, but gotta really deal with it sometimes. So we're going to begin. Gotta stop Patty Holmes today, man.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Trey Lance and the Chicago Bears versus Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Well documented that he's the son of a former major league pitcher, but Pat has always said that football has fired him up in a way that baseball just didn't. He always wanted to be a football player, still has the big arm that his father had, and he uses it to send the ball downfield in a big way.
Mahomes now on first down.
What was that?
Oh, he's got a man wide
What was that?
open, complete.
Man, this game's
And all
bad.
the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there.
Man, this game's
75
I could have got first play of the
yards. And the
game.
Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next next drive.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Flushed out right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. On the ground, Kamara. A nice little juke. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 55 rushing yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Kamara shifts by at the 15. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears have taken the lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here. And I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 29, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket. for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
81 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
On second down, Kamara. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Got a man open. It's Chase.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Again, it's Lance.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce from 4 yards out. And the Bears have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
117 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
7 yards there and a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd down and goal. Lance looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Brandon Ayuk
There to make the grab. And the Bears will extend their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When The team's turned it over 3 times in the first half. We just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. Powers past him at the 5. And the Bears are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. Now Lance. Touchdown Bears! Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5. And again, it's Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes.
That is incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
He'll stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 161 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Lance now on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move. Ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
To throw, it's Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're
got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. T. Higgins there to make the grab. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and this is picked up by the Bears.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From just shy of midfield, Lance eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
I'm doing 49ers later.
They run out of the gun.
I'm about to watch some football, too.
It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. Lance going to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Shotgun now for Lance. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Working from the gun. Lance, flush to his right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And the Bears are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Kamara. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way the season has started out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Mahomes again. He'll buy some time right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him.
Touchdown! Kamara, a 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Bears add on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And now here comes Kansas City. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago, as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Oh, a good move at the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Plants now to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. T. Higgins. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mahomes now on first down. Completes it to Hardman. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. 5 yards on the pickup. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Mahomes to throw once more. A quick slant to Hill. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick-6. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown Bears. T. Higgins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. And going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll roll him out right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down, as close to automatic as you can get. 9 out of 10. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give him credit. Took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the...
first down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Second down and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Working with a 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
One final try from Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.